This is the iPhone 13, and just recently Apple released the iPhone 15 line of phones. But not everyone needs the latest and greatest from Apple, especially these days when upgrading really should only be considered at around 3 years, if not longer. But the good news is when Apple releases new phones every year, the previous models become cheaper. And the iPhone 13 is now $200 cheaper than it was first introduced. So let's get into why you should buy the iPhone 13 in 2023. First, if you saw my iPhone 11 video earlier this year, many of the comments were that the iPhone 11 lacked an OLED display as well as 5G. Good news, the iPhone 13 has both of these, so not only can you take advantage of the battery life due to the OLED display, but upgrading to a faster 5G connection makes downloading and streaming that much faster. The design of the iPhone line changed with the iPhone 12. Apple went back to a similar design of the iPhone 5 with the squared off edges. With glass on the front and back of the device as well as an aluminum frame, this change gave it a much more solid feel in the hands. Although I am not crazy about the coating Apple put on the edges of the phone, the sides just feel way too slippery for me. So I am always rocking a case. I am using a Spigen, not sponsored. This one is called the Mag Armor, which allows for MagSafe accessories to be connected to the case. Yes, MagSafe is found on the iPhone 13 line, and it is probably one of the only downsides I found when going back to the iPhone 11 earlier this year. I have acquired many accessories which I use on the daily, and losing that was one obstacle that I could not get around. From chargers to batteries to grips. I do like the added versatility that MagSafe adds, and it's open to third parties, so you can pretty much find anything you can think of. The battery is another big plus on the iPhone 13. With recent software upgrades, older iPhones usually see worse battery life. But with the iPhone 13, each iOS release, I was actually seeing improved battery life day to day. I was able to get more than a day out of this phone, and if it was lighter than normal day, I could squeeze up to 2 days. And a normal day consisted of watching content, downloading music and podcasts, uploading content to TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, playing a few games here and there, which could be due to the A15 Bionic that is found in the iPhone 13 lineup. This was Apple's last big upgrade before the iPhone 15 and the A17 Pro. The A15 Bionic was Apple's first 5nm chip, and that brought much improved battery life, as well as better performance. Like I mentioned, I put this phone through its paces for 2 years, and it kept up the entire way. So I feel more than confident that buyers will not be disappointed with the performance of the iPhone 13. And Apple felt so confident in the A15 Bionic that they put it in the iPhone 14. So you know, it's gotta be a good chip. But the greatest thing about the iPhone 13 was that it came in all different sizes. You had a choice of the regular, the plus, or even the mini. I originally wanted the iPhone mini, but with all the talks of the battery life on the iPhone 12, I decided to go with the regular iPhone 13. And it's still a good size, and it fits well in my pocket. Yes, the display is 60Hz, but I believe that the iPhone animations are so smooth that it is really hard not to just get used to them after a while. And without having a 120Hz phone beside you, it is really hard to notice. But you will still enjoy this display. And if it is completely a must-have, then the 13 Pro is for you. But possibly the best spec when buying this phone is the fact that 64GB model is now gone. 128GB model is the base, and it should be. Even myself, I have the 128GB model, and I was not able to fill this phone. I do have iCloud Plus, so my photos are moved off of the device, but that's the great thing of 5G, is that you can download the pictures that you want or need from the cloud almost instantaneously. Which leads me to the cameras. There are two cameras on the iPhone 13, a 12MP wide angle and a 12MP ultra wide angle. And over the past 2 years, I have only seen this camera get better with tweaks that Apple has made inside the iOS updates. It has great color reproduction, contrast, and also improvement to the portrait mode with better edge detection. You can record up to 4K 60 video as well as cinematic mode, which was first introduced on the 13, but that is capped at 1080p. If you are looking to upgrade your phone this holiday season, definitely give the iPhone 13 line a good look, as it is a great phone for an even better price. I'll leave some links below that you can take a look at, and if you do end up picking one up, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and have a look at either my iPhone 11 video or my recent iPhone 15 video posted right here. And I will see you in next week's upload.